How are you? Fine. Very good. Hello, Anthony. Celestial look. This is a celestial look. Celestial. Very good. Habari. Pole mnanyeshewa. Very good.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you very much. Very good.
His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolute honor. This award may carry my name, but it really belongs to everyone whose stories we've been telling, the lives that we've touched together with Kame Banana Shell Club. I've learned that real impact isn't about going viral, it's about being meaningful. My content is about telling the stories of real-life people, real Kenyans with real problems, and in turn, we transform their lives. To everyone who supported this movement online, offline, thank you so very much. I'm only up here because of you. And to every creator out there, no matter how small your platform, the followers don't matter, the impact does. Vivo Energy, Smith Hems, Michelle, Terrence, Creative, and Spice Inc. Productions, Asante Sana. The hard work goes a year back, and we are not stopping anytime soon. I'm truly grateful to be here. Also, I've heard we're going home with some money. So today, I pledge to be giving away 200,000 of what I will be winning to someone who needs it, and I'll be changing their life. Thank you so very much. And this time round, I'd like to say, Kame Banana Kenya Film Commission, Asante Sana.
And as we talk about this creative industry, I'd just like to bring to light that, Your Excellency, our biggest problem is piracy. Right now, as we're seated here, I know it's all glam, but the industry is not in a good place. Kenyans love content, they're willing to pay for it, but the problem is piracy. So in turn, Netflix is not able to really invest as much as it wants because it's not getting the subscriptions it needs. Showmax as well, and these are the issues that we're going through.
To ensure we have structured infrastructure to support the creative economy, I have directed that all future affordable housing developments must integrate a creative ecosystem in the form of a fully equipped audiovisual studio. Just so that you know, as part of building the ecosystem, when you build affordable housing, it's not about walls, it's not about houses, it's about people. And it goes beyond 4 walls and a roof. It goes to where you eat, where you go to hospital, where the police station is, where the fire station is, where your kids go to school. It must also include art and creative economy. That's what I'm saying. To further entrench our commitment, I have established a creative economy office at State House. This is because it is a priority, a commitment to the creative sector, and not an afterthought. We have a clear and unambiguous role to position Nairobi as the creative capital of Africa. And we are matching that with the ambition and the action that is necessary. The film incentives you helped shape, and I know many of you put many hours behind it, are now ready. I have already directed the National Treasury to move with urgency, align with growth, and unlock this sector. We made a deliberate push to secure Kenya's place on global monetization platforms, and we have succeeded. Today, Kenya is among the select few countries in Africa with access to meta monetization, opening new frontiers of opportunity for our creators. But that was not only what it was just but the starting point. Next, we have to scale it up. One more thing. I must this evening apologize to my daughter, Chepngetich. She had asked me after Form 4 that she would want to do film. And I said no. Watching what I have watched this evening, it was a mistake on my part. I should have allowed her to do film. She went on to do interior design, but I'm sure if she's watching me somewhere, she now knows I said she was right, I was not. I urge Parliament to fast-track the Creative Economy Bill 2026 and strengthen copyright laws so that our artists are not only celebrated, but also safeguarded and funded. As part of our global ambition, I will be meeting Panos Panay, President of the Recording Academy, the organization behind the world-acclaimed Grammy Awards. And later this month, we will be meeting to begin the journey of positioning Africa, and Kenya in particular, for its own globally recognized creative platform. You remember that 4 countries bidded for that position. It's only Kenya that stepped up and paid the money that was required. And on 26th of this month, I'll be having that most consequential meeting. In that meeting, I will not just be pushing for the African Grammys to come to Nairobi. I will also be advocating a bold, structured pathway that connects our creative products to global commerce. It is no longer enough, good people, for our artists to be seen internationally. They must earn, scale up, and compete at that level. This is about moving from showcasing talent to building an industry, from global applause to global market share. It is time we equip our creatives not just to participate on the world stage, but to win. As Chinua Achebe reminded us, until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Kenya's lions, many of them seated in this room this evening, must now begin to tell their own story. Nations that lead in the creative economy do not merely participate in global value chains. They critically shape them. They invest, they own, and they define the narratives that travel the world. We are now positioning Kenya to take its place in that league. For instance, why should we only work hard to attract box office movies? Why should we not own and produce them? What stops us with the talent that we have from stepping into the global arena as partners in blockbuster productions? We sponsor the biggest movies and in turn demand a stake with our Kenyan actors, the wonderful people I have seen this evening, our crews, and our stories written into global cinema. That is how we change the game. We stop chasing a fraction of the market and instead become the gravitational center of global creative economy, raising our ambition. The creative economy sits at the very heart of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda, not merely because it entertains, but because it empowers our people, especially young people, by unlocking talent, creating opportunity, and driving inclusive growth. It turns talent into enterprise, ideas into opportunity, and creativity into jobs, activating an entire value chain that spans creation, production, distribution, and of course, consumption. From the artist and the performer to the producer, technician, marketer, and digital innovator, it unlocks livelihoods, fuels innovation, and transforms imagination into sustainable economic value. That is why, for the first time in our country's history, we have established a dedicated State Department for Creative Economy, backed by a fully approved public service structure that gives the sector the weight, framework, and permanence it deserves. What once sounded like a mere aspiration is now institutional reality embedded within the architecture of government. We will soon have a director of gaming, a secretary of film services, and a head of music and fashion, among other officials in the creative economy. With over 3,000 delegates, 100 exhibitors, and representatives from over 30 countries, the Kalasha Awards have clearly outgrown their local origins. They have become a regional force and are well on course to gain global recognition. To the young creators, the photographers, choreographers, dancers, designers, writers, filmmakers, musicians, digital artists, and storytellers who bring our streets and stages to life, I see you guys. I recognize your craft. I honor your hustle. And I am deeply inspired by your work. It is because of you that we are investing resolutely in this sector to nurture your talent, expand your opportunities, and ensure that your creativity reaches the audience, the market, and the recognition it truly deserves. The Kenya Film Commission should consider taking this awards ceremony to every region of Kenya, encourage a cluster of counties to bid and host, and let Kenya compete. I saw the beautiful lady from Turkana and all the others from different parts of Kenya. If we had regional events, it would make it that much more easy. She doesn't have to struggle that much. But congratulations anyway, you did very well. And as we bid for the regional awards, State House will bid to host the 2027 edition of Kalasha Awards. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a declaration that Kenya is not waiting for the future of global storytelling. We are shaping it. Roll the cameras, tell the stories, shape the future. Congratulations to the winners, all of you, pongezi. And as I conclude, I know that the good people from KFC have given every winner 200,000, right? And because I'm here, yes, so we are going to raise that to 500,000 for every winner. We have to scale it up. That's why we are moving towards directing 30% of our government advertising be spent on creative platforms. I want you to listen to this very carefully, because that's what it is. I don't want you to miss that opportunity. I can confirm that the government has the resources and has the support for you and will partner with creatives to tell our story. When you bring to life narratives on different aspects, I have seen, for example, that taxi fellow, Njoro, wa Uber, engage with many Kenyans on narratives, and I see them talk about affordable housing, the social health authority, or other real experience shaping our nation. We will stand with you, invest alongside you, and help amplify these stories through powerful, authentic storytelling grounded in our lived realities.